Good afternoon, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Today is Sunday, March the 14th, I believe. And it's been a pretty busy weekend for me. Um, I've been catching up on a lot of my preps that I had been wanting to for a while. And just wanted to give you an update about everything going on. You know, as far as what I've been seeing out there while out and doing my errands and stuff. We got a couple of things going on. We have um, the inflation, right? That's one of the topics that's going on right now, at least for those that are awake and paying attention. uh is the inflation and um the masks. The mask mandate have been lifted here in Texas, and so far it's been pretty nice not having nobody tell you that you gotta have a mask on. There was one place that did tell me that insisted I wear a mask, and that was our local HEB store on Pleasanton and Military. And I will not be attending that grocery store anymore. That location, I'm not gonna go to it anymore. Um, further down the road, on that same stretch of road, maybe like 5 miles down, or maybe not that far, but around I would say about 4 or 5 miles down the road is another HEB close to the Air Force Base, Brooks City Base, and that one, from what I've heard, they don't bother anybody with the masks, so that's where I'll be doing my shopping from now on. I think everybody who is against the mask wearing, the mandates, um, support your businesses that give you the option of wearing a mask or not. That's the best thing. The most smartest thing that we can do is support those businesses that you know are at least being fair, that are at least um, you know using some common sense. So any business that is gonna give me a hard time about wearing masks, I'm just not gonna go to it anymore. And it's kind of funny because before, the governor of Texas lifted the mandates, that he lifted them, um, they didn't even bother me. Those businesses, they might ask, and I would tell them no, that I don't wear one, and I go in. Um, Now that he now that he lifted the mandate, now they want to like literally enforce the masks, which is, I mean, that's crazy. And I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I had a feeling, and sure enough, that's what did happen. But so far, most of the places that I've been to, even the smaller stores like Dollar General that would used to give me a hard time, they don't tell me anything anymore. So it feels a lot better going to shop, and that's one less thing you got to worry about. And I don't mind at all that everybody else is wearing masks. It doesn't bother me. um, Most of the time when I go, it's I'm pretty much the only one. Me and my family are the only ones not wearing masks. um, there was a couple of the academies I went to, like this morning there was one gentleman, like, he didn't have a mask. Yesterday I was at another academy at another location, and there was a woman there, and she didn't have a mask either. So um, you know, pretty much everywhere I've gone, people are wearing masks. It's very rare I see somebody that doesn't have a wear mask. Excuse me, but again, that doesn't bother me in the least. I mean, I respect their right. If they want to wear a mask, hey, go for it, man. No problem. And I like it that they're not bothering me about wearing one. So that's cool. I mean, whatever. Now, the other issue that I wanted to talk about, guys, is about the inflation and stimulus checks. A lot of people are getting them, which was very fast. The 1.9 trillion stimulus package was passed, and from what I'm hearing, is a lot of people are getting them already. They already got them and stuff. And um, I've been out in the stores, and I've been rounding off my preps and all that. Some of the things that I had been eating, and I was like, no wonder there's so much traffic. There's the streets are like crazy. I mean, it's literally a lot of traffic, a lot of activity. The Walmarts, the Academies, the Lowe's, all these stores, the grocery stores are like pretty much jam packed, and you know, also I guess people getting their income tax or whatever, their refunds and stuff. So um, yeah, a lot of activity. The only thing like that I've been noticing, or not so much noticing, but uh, that concerns me is that the hyperinflation, the topic of hyperinflation here in America, is that one of the points about that is that we haven't seen hyperinflation because the velocity of money was so low. There wasn't not a lot of velocity of money. A lot of the money was going off into the stock market and into the cryptocurrencies. So there was not a lot of money, so called money, in the hitting the economy, changing hands. So that's why we hadn't seen hyperinflation. Excuse me. But I did notice that even still, a lot of prices are going up in the grocery store, especially with the packaged stuff. And guys, I don't know if y'all noticed, and maybe it's just me, but my wife had cooked dinner the other day, and she had made some mashed potatoes, and we make the mashed potatoes with real potatoes, right? And she used a 5 pound bag um, of potatoes for one sitting, right? Um, and she had told me that like they shrank. It didn't really make as much as before, and I was like thinking, well, maybe it's because our kids are grown and they eat more, or but no, I was looking at the pot that at the pot after they were done, and it did seem like a lot less. Also, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know this, but on some of the like the chicken, that's the packaged chicken at the grocery stores, uh, some of the like the fajitas, uh, by the time you cook them or whatever, like they shrink a lot, and that's because they put that saline solution. And I was wondering, I wonder if they're doing that to the produce. I don't think you can do that. I don't know if they do, if that's possible, but it was just an observation, and maybe y'all have noticed the same thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's some way that they can actually make the produce. I don't know. I'm not saying they are. Maybe I'm just maybe we're just noticing. Um, I don't know, but it seemed like a lot of things have shrank. Like when you start, like especially when you cook something like the potatoes that you cook them. Um, I'm sorry that we boiled them. I mean, it they literally shrank. Like they didn't make as much as what we remember making before. Uh, so of course, um, we did. I caught up on some preps, guys, and I wanted to share with you what I did. Especially because of the winter storm. I went and was able to find uh, the 4 packs of propane at Walmart. The 16-ounce little bottles, and those are for like the Coleman stove. So I went and bought me a Coleman stove, camping stove, for in case you know the power goes out and we need to cook. Now usually I'll just cook outside. I have like a lot of ways to cook outside. Wood, I have extra wood. But if for some reason like it was cold or it's raining or something, um, I wanted a Coleman stove or something, some kind of alternative way to cook inside. Excuse me. So that was one of the things I got, guys, was a little camping stove, a Coleman camping stove, and I bought me the 4 packs of the propane, and those are like 13.97, guys, for a pack of four. Um, I bought me, I think, 3 or 4 of those, and they have two types of Coleman camping stoves. They have the one that's for like 89, and another one that's like for 49. And as far as I can tell, the only difference between the one for 89 is that it has a striker where it like kind of like a pilot, um, where it lights the automatically lights the gas, and it looks a little bit more robust. It looks a little bit bigger. It's a little heavier. Uh, Also, guys, I went ahead and I bought I bought me uh two for the summer. Now this is for the summer, guys, in case the power goes out. Our AC, we wouldn't have use of our AC. So what I did was I bought me two. There's kind of like air circulators. They're they circulate the air, and they're kind of like, they basically fans. But I wanted something that, not so much. It I didn't want to get something like a portable AC. Um, just something to keep the house comfortable, and maybe in the future, what I did was I used the money I got to work with, so I bought me something not as expensive as a portable AC, but I think they'll be effective. And I already have a generator. So basically, guys, what I did was I really wanted to learn from the mistakes from this winter freeze that we had, and not just learn from it, but take some action. And that's what I've been doing this weekend. Uh, so I just wanted to catch all up on what's going on. Um, Now with the money, guys, I saw a lot of people out there, a lot of activity, a lot of money, a lot of economic activity. And one thing I noticed, or one thing that I was thinking about was, I wonder if anybody, you know, especially people that are getting these stimulus checks, um, and you know what? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. There's anything wrong. Um, these corporations and these banks and these financial institutions, they're getting billions of dollars, billions. So I don't see nothing wrong with anybody getting a stimulus check. A lot of people want to knock others for getting them, and that it's making the problem worse. Well, yeah, it is. Of course, it is. But what they're giving the people is a drop in the bucket compared to what they're giving. Um, they even have money's even going overseas, to overseas entities. So I mean, America's being looted, guys. So um, but I was wondering if anybody out there does not seem does not take see it strange that the government is giving out stimulus checks. I mean, do they not wonder, uh do they think about, like, why are they doing this? I know they say it's for the COVID relief and stuff like that, but do they not see that it's a big problem? I mean, the underlying issues and all that. I mean, I just wonder. um Most of y'all here listening to this video, y'all are pretty awake and y'all know basically what's going on. But I wonder sometimes if other people, I mean, what do they think about it? Like, do they wonder, like, why are we, why are they giving us so much? Why are they giving out these checks like all the time? You know. So um, another thing that I wanted to let y'all know is that uh, China is starting to sell their own treasury bonds, and that kind of caught my attention because up to this point, one of the safest havens for money for people to invest money was the U.S. Treasury bond, the 10-year Treasury bond. They also have 30-year Treasury bonds and stuff like that, but the 10-year Treasury bond is basically the cost of money. Okay, and for many years, you know, the world has bought Treasury bonds. It's the U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency, and but now, instead of the world buying treasury bonds, right, to so that we basically to um they're basically financing America, okay? Now, uh, there's some financial institutions, and even some of these were American institutions that bought Chinese treasury bonds because they have a higher yield, right? You know, you buy a treasury bond from China, you're gonna get more for your money than if you bought a U.S. treasury bond. Now, the process of getting a treasury bond from China, it's a little bit more involved. It's a longer process, and um, it's a little bit more because of there's more red tape. In other words, so that's why it's not as appealing. But for people to start buying, or like I said, financial institutions to start buying treasury bonds, it kind of lets me know that uh, just another sign that China's on the road to becoming a world power. Like, I mean, they're gonna become the dominant world power, and that's one of the signs, guys. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope y'all enjoy your Sunday. Um, you know, just keep on stacking, guys. Stack it to the roofs. Keep on buying food. Keep on buying water. Your water filtration. Oh, that's another thing, guys. I finally got my Berkey. I got my Berkey water filter. Um, which that was one of the things that I really needed. To me, was one of the things that um, was lacking in my preps, in my overall preps. Water is life, guys. You cannot live your physical life cannot live without water. So very important to have potable, drinkable water. So that was another thing I took care of, guys. So anyway, y'all enjoy your weekend, guys. And y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.